Hi, it's Make Fun of Faith, and we are screening our conversation with each other for digital trespasses in view of my passion for Web3 and the internet and digital parenting in this age. So I know that you've met my daughter before, Esme.
Hi.
And she's now with a 7-week-old baby, and we get together about once every week or two just to catch up as family. And I'm sharing, and it's great to be able to have the honour and privilege of inviting Esme to share her parenting experience. And we're going right in from birth with the subject of being aware of digital impacts on her mothering and the baby's experience as she grows up. So we're snatching some time away from her while she's snoozing in the hall. And here we are. I was just watching a little clip that your partner sent me, actually. Do you know that the other day this week he had her in your spare room with him watching on a big screen, you know, one of those screen projectors. He's got one of those screen projectors for kind of a home cinema experience, and he had her, she was transfixed looking at the fish swimming. I thought actually she was watching Finding Nemo, but he said it was a film of underwater sea animals, and it was amazing just to see a little clip of her face watching all the darting colours on the wall. So yeah, I thought, do you know what? It took me back to when I was about 5, and my dad used to take me to Bolton Aquarium, which was in the museum, and we used to go downstairs, big circular downstairs staircase, and then inside there was this circular wall with goldfish screen bowls behind the wall. So as a little kid, I used to wander around looking at all these different fish behind the wall. It was fabulous. It was quite dark in the room as well. It reminded me of that. I guess my question is today, how much do you decide that doing something like that with a little baby is really stimulating and healthy and educational and great fun, to where it becomes you're just plonking them in front of something because it's so easy to give them that experience, and you get to turn off and switch off a little bit. Do you think, is there a balance really between it's really good and a part of our lives, and it could be a really big hindrance or a problem in later life? What do you think? Just using this fish example.
Yeah, I think it's good for things like that, because they get to see the different colours, shapes, movements and stuff like that. And you can obviously control it when they're that age. So
yeah.
It's not like they know what it is or anything.
No, she's just appreciating abstract colours, isn't she?
Yeah.
Or even maybe not colour, because I think they don't start seeing colour until what? What age is it? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think it's a couple of months maybe.
So what hit me was that the problem isn't the distraction. The problem isn't the screen. It's not being put in front of a moving image. I think the problem, if we're honest, is how much we're involved in that experience with the child. Now, obviously, Nick was in the room, he was holding her, he was making comments about what he was seeing in front of him. And just like my dad would have been pointing to the fish and saying, look at this one, and can you reach, or lifting me up to see another one. And I think that the key that hit me from that, just seeing that reel from Nick this week, was ask yourself as a parent, am I using this as an alternative or a substitute for my attention for the child, or am I using it as a tool in our relationship to enhance the experience? And if it's one rather than the other, that seems to me a really good test. A bit like sitting in front of a family film. Are you just there zoning out as a parent because you're shattered? Or are you talking about the themes, the conversations, the sort of the punchlines, the characters,
and what's happening,
so that the child is really having an experience along with you? So where, if anything, has your mind gone this last couple of weeks with regard to the world we live in, the modern age, anything really that's come your way?
I saw this video online where the parents are in the nursery with the child, and obviously because the child's at that age where they're copying and looking at what they're doing, they had the books, they both had books, like they were reading books, but they had the film behind the book.
Oh,
so they couldn't see.
I've done that.
So the child couldn't see the film, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, very funny. So is there a problem then? We never really sort of worried about whether a book in our face was a distraction, or whether we should have had our nose in a book instead of being involved with a play action. I was guilty of that. I know I was guilty of that. There were times where my eyes were on the desk or the book or the writing rather than you.
Yeah.
So it's just a different thing to that, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a different kind of distraction.
So what's your temptation, if any? Not hiding behind a book, maybe. Is there anything?
I mean, I do sit on my phone, but I don't think she's at that age yet where she's...
You're sitting on your phone. What does that mean?
Well, my phone will be in my hand, not sitting on it physically.
Yeah.
But I'll be on my phone because your phone nowadays, you pretty much have everything on there.
I know. This is it.
And you do everything on it.
Yeah.
It's not just a phone, it's everything.
I mean, you book holidays.
Can you
I will take over then, but is there any last word that you want to say because she's woken up?
No, I can go and grab her and I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, so the phone, as my mum doesn't quite grasp as an 86-year-old, bless her, it's our map, it's our navigation, it's an encyclopedia, it's like a butler almost. It does nearly everything. And so the problem is, isn't it, that we perhaps just go to the phone rather than asking each other a question or grabbing a book off the shelf. She's calm again, eh? Oh, we've got a very big cat in the garden, which is not a bad thing because we have had a mouse in the last few months.
That's actually a pretty cat.
It's a very expensive cat, that one. Not ours. So, animals, let's go on to talk about them. Why not? Has she had any encounter yet with...
Missy?
Well, of course, there's a big dog in your house.
Yeah.
So what's the relationship between them?
There isn't one at the minute, just because I don't want the contact to be too close yet, because she's not had a vaccination, so I'm just conscious about that. But I do let Missy sniff her and things like that when I'm there and holding her. But she just wants to lick her face, basically. But she doesn't jump up on her or anything like that.
Anything else that you think has concerned you about the world that we're in and the things that she might come across? And I don't want this to be more, because I think life is exciting. I think it's full of adventure. And I want you to understand, parents in this age with young ones, you have a difficult job, but never before has it been so exciting either. Have you ever had so much access to resources and tools and downloads? You know, the library was great, but you can get all of that at your fingertips. So I guess it's just learning really how much to measure out those experiences so they're not overwhelming, because you could fill a child's day with so much information, so much stimulation. And I believe there's a belief in the academic world around these issues that boredom is very, very important for children. Boredom. What do you think is meant by that?
So they can learn how to entertain themselves, basically, and not have to rely on being entertained all the time.
Yeah.
But they do say you can overstimulate
definitely
your child as well.
Well, when you were a baby, there was a very big emphasis on flashcards.
Yeah, they still have those, like black and white.
Right.
flashcards when they're this age.
Yeah.
Because they're like black and white, because they can't really see anything else.
Hence the cardigan.
But they still do those, and things like flashing lights.
Yeah.
Like different kind of texture.
Right.
That we can learn.
So it's all very tactile, very, very immediate stuff that's in her immediate environment at the moment. So it sounds like, Esme, you're doing a great job. You're thinking about what you're doing. And I think the key message really here that we will learn and evolve, because I'm a brand new grandparent. I don't know what I'm doing, and we're in a different generation to when I was a young mum. The key message really is just to keep very conscious, be aware of what you're doing, be aware of what you're thinking. And if you have a gut feeling, an intuitive sense that something is over the top or inappropriate, definitely know where the line is drawn. And I think whether you've had that chance to have that conversation with your partner, what's going to be the kind of limit on exposure, or what's going to be a suitable amount of involvement with a television or a computer when those things come along. It's a conversation you have to have and both agree on and both stick to. But at the moment, it's very much about you feeling your way, isn't it?
Yeah, she's still young now, so I'm not too worried about stuff like that just yet.
So early weeks have gone. We are now nearly at your baby's vaccination time.
Next week, yeah.
Is there anything you're looking forward to, or aware that will be a developmental phase in the next 3 or 4 weeks?
She'll be more aware and smiley,
Yeah.
and laughing.
Yeah.
Which she's already started smiling and things like that. And it's like she's trying to talk already.
Yeah, the talking is so fundamental, isn't it?
But I'm always talking to her, singing and stuff.
Brilliant. Wow, you get to sing to her?
No, she doesn't sing to me.
No, what do you sing?
Just anything. Just play some music and sing along to her.
And she loves that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, it's clear we have to protect the human contact. Obviously, we are social beings, and we'll touch on some of the more spiritual side of fellowship, communion, contact, conversation along the way. So I want to say, look out for the next one. We'll have that in about 2 weeks, where Esme will have got over the first hurdle of seeing her baby injected in clinic.
Not looking forward to it.
And what else can we say? I think, hold me to this, we will talk about the benefits of how the digital space and tools and resources can make a mum's life easier. So we'll look into that. So can you look for me on at Jill Dares? That's my Instagram handle. And you can also subscribe to become part of the Digital Trespassers community if you feel that you may be trespassing in your child's digital world and you don't feel like you belong there. We're here to empower you to that.